Welcome to tonight's version of Famous South Carolinians, where we have Mary Bethune joining us. Thanks for joining us, Mary. Our first question for you is, why did you attend college?
I attended college because I really wanted to learn how to spread the gospel to others, but I also wanted to learn as much as I could so that I could help others pursue their educations.
Next question, how did you decide to open a boarding school?
I really wanted to give African American women better opportunities than what they had. African American girls did not have a chance to receive a good education at the time, and by opening a school, I could help them get an education.
What if you had been sponsored as a missionary? Where would you have served?
I would have gone to Africa and served there.
What was your favorite part about working with the National Association of Colored Women's Club?
My favorite part was advocating for women's job training and prison reform. I also enjoyed meeting Roosevelt's wife.
Last question, Mary. How did you become so involved in politics?
My involvement in politics began when I encouraged my students to go vote. Then I became involved in women's clubs, which led to me meeting the Roosevelts. When Roosevelt became president, he put me in charge of many national agencies to push for racial and gender equality. Thanks for having me. It was so good to be here. On tonight's episode of Famous South Carolinians, we are going to be interviewing Nathaniel Green. So it's so good to have you, Nathaniel Green. The first question that I have for you is, we know that you moved back home after college. What made you decide to do this?
I moved back home after college to take over the foundry that my family owned. My father was getting ill, and he passed away a few years after I came back.
What do you think would have happened if you had not driven the British out of the southern colonies?
If I had not driven the British out of the southern colonies, we would still be under the rule of the crown, and there would be skirmishes breaking out everywhere, still to this day.
You have a legacy of being kind and fair. Can you tell us more about why you think that is and why that matters to you?
Well, I just try to be honest and fair and go out of my way to help people in all that I do, and I expect that of my soldiers, and that matters to me a lot because I believe in giving everybody an equal chance.
Greenville, South Carolina is named after you. Why do you think it is appropriate for a town to be named after yourself?
Well, I don't. It's quite an honor, though, and I do believe the area that they chose to name it was good because that was near where I fought many battles in the South.
This is the last question that we have for you tonight. What was the most important accomplishment of your life?
The most important accomplishment in my life was being promoted under Washington to second in command, and then being able to defeat Cornwallis all throughout the South and drive him out. Well, thank you for having me on the show tonight, and I hope everybody has a wonderful evening.